Have you ever heard someone say, "That's just fate"? People use this phrase when something goes wrong, or sometimes when something surprisingly good happens. But what is fate really? Is our life truly written from the moment we are born, or do we create our own destiny through the choices we make? Today, let's take a deep dive into the idea of fate. Where it comes from, why people believe in it, and what psychology has to say about this ancient belief. Fate has been a part of human thought for thousands of years. In East Asia, people talk about the 4 pillars of destiny, a system that uses your exact birth date and time to predict your character and your future. For centuries, many believed that these calculations revealed who you truly were and what your life would become. In Western cultures, astrology plays a similar role. Your zodiac sign, the position of the planets, and the alignment of the stars at the moment of your birth are all believed to influence your destiny. In ancient Rome and Greece, emperors, kings, and generals relied heavily on omens and prophecies. They would not go to war or crown a ruler without consulting the stars or the oracles. Even today, many people still start their mornings by reading a horoscope. No matter the culture, humans have always asked the same question: is my path already written? Why did humans cling to the idea of fate in the first place? The answer is survival. Life in the past was full of uncertainty. Would the harvest succeed this year? Would disease spread? Would the kingdom face war? In a world full of unknowns, fate gave people a sense of control. Believing that life was already written helped reduce fear. It offered comfort in times when people could not influence the outcome. Think about a farmer who had no way of predicting the weather. If the crops failed, saying it was fate was easier than carrying the unbearable weight of guilt. Fate was not just a superstition, it was a coping mechanism, a way to survive in an unpredictable world. In today's society, fate often shows up in a different form. We talk about being born with a silver spoon or being born into poverty. Some people start life with privilege, with wealthy families, elite schools, powerful networks, and endless opportunities. Others are born into hardship, with debt, limited education, and barriers at every step. This is where people say, it is just fate. Those born into privilege may believe they were destined for success, while those born into struggle may feel cursed from the very beginning. It is not unusual to hear people blame their parents, saying things like, "Why did you bring me into this world?" Or, "I had no choice, I was born unlucky." Meanwhile, those who are fortunate rarely question their luck. They see their life as evidence that destiny is on their side. Fate, in this way, becomes a language we use to explain inequality. It is no longer just about fortune tellers or stars. It is about the circumstances of birth and the opportunities that follow. For some, fate is a heavy burden. For others, it is an invisible safety net. But what does science say about fate? Psychology gives us some fascinating answers. The first is confirmation bias. We tend to notice and remember the events that confirm our beliefs, while ignoring the ones that do not. If someone tells you, "This year you will be lucky with money," and you receive even a small bonus, you remember it and say, "See, it was fate." But when nothing happens, or you lose money, you quickly forget. This selective memory makes fate feel real even when it is not. The second clue is the self-fulfilling prophecy. If you hear, "This is your year for love," you might act with more confidence, meet more people, and actually find a partner. If you are told, "You will face financial trouble," you might act cautiously, avoid risks, and miss opportunities. In this way, fate does not control you. Your belief in fate changes your behavior, and your behavior shapes your outcome. The third clue is our human tendency to find patterns in randomness. Our brains are wired to create meaning, even when none exists. We see shapes in clouds, constellations in the stars, and destiny in coincidence. If you have an argument with a friend and later read a horoscope that says, "Conflict may arise today," you will feel like the universe predicted it. It feels like destiny, even if it is just a coincidence. Psychologists also note that people often use fate as an emotional shield. When something goes wrong, blaming fate protects us from the pain of blaming ourselves. Saying "it was meant to be" makes heartbreak or failure a little easier to carry. Fate is not just an idea, it is also a massive industry. Around the world, people spend billions of dollars every year on fortune-telling cafes, tarot readings, astrology apps, and horoscope websites. People consult fate when planning wedding dates, starting businesses, or even deciding whether to make a big investment. Politicians and celebrities, though they may not admit it publicly, also consult fortune tellers for reassurance. And on social media, astrology memes and destiny quizzes are more popular than ever. Whether you call it tradition, entertainment, or superstition, fate continues to play a role in how people make decisions. Believing in fate can bring comfort. When life is hard, saying it is just fate helps us stop blaming ourselves. When a fortune teller predicts good things, it can give us the courage to take action we might otherwise avoid. But there is also a danger. If you rely too much on fate, you may stop trying altogether. You may think, why bother, my destiny is already set. This mindset can trap you, closing doors that your own choices could have opened. Fate can be a source of strength, but it can also become a chain that holds you back. So, does fate really exist? Scientifically, there is no evidence that fate controls our lives. Yet psychologically, fate has real power. When we believe in it, it changes the way we think and act. And those actions shape the outcomes we experience. Fate is an ancient language humans created to explain the unknown and to give meaning to struggle. For some, it is just superstition. For others, it is hope and comfort. But one truth remains: fate may set the stage, but our choices decide how the story ends. Fate may give us comfort, but our choices shape who we become. Do you believe your life is already written? Or do you believe you are writing it right now? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video eye-opening, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Brain Bloom Studio will continue to bring you stories that uncover the hidden forces shaping our lives.